Oh my God!
Yep. Ready? 1, 2. Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out!
A shark cage dive meant to capture rare footage of a massive shark took a terrifying turn when the cage door suddenly gave way, leaving the diver in grave danger. The Discovery UK team had sent one brave diver into the water, hoping to attract a giant shark.
Charlie, different ball game from New Zealand. There, we can at least see the bottom and kind of had an idea of how many sharks are around just by looking.
With the ocean floor barely visible beneath him. From above, it was clear how many sharks circled below. Soon, they began to close in from every side, each one desperate to get closer.
5 of them, same frame, they're all circling around the cage.
After all, the diver fought to keep the predators at bay, pushing back with his gear as they lunged toward the bars. Then, without warning, the cage door broke open. He struggled to pull it shut as sharks struck from all directions, one of them forcing its head partway inside. For a few tense seconds, it looked like the animal would break through completely.
I'm trying to get it low. Think you just pushed the shark out of the cage? You look like I'm trying to get in the door.
In a frantic effort, the diver managed to shove the shark back out and secure the door again. Against all odds, he survived the close call. Shaken but alive, his near disaster caught entirely on camera. A terrifying encounter like this proves why night fishing can be dangerous. A fisherman was suddenly pulled by something beneath the river while he was lifting his net. Whatever lurked under the water caught hold of him. And to everyone's shock, 2 shadowy figures appeared gripping his arms. These were believed to be river spirits that tried to drag him down. Somehow, he managed to free himself, but those eerie river ghosts remained still in the dark water, silently watching him. And now comes the moment everyone had been waiting for, an unbelievable piece of footage.
There's a girl in the water. What the is that? Oh my God, there's more. There's more of them! They're all around us!
Out in the water, a girl-like figure suddenly appeared. The fishermen filming couldn't believe what they were seeing. They were sailing in the Aegean Sea, part of the Mediterranean, on October 23, 2025, when they noticed something unusual drifting near their wooden boat. The shape was unlike anything they had encountered before. Its lower half resembled a whale's tail, but the upper part looked human. As it swam closer, 2 arms became visible, along with long black hair and a pale, almost human face. For a brief instant, it turned toward them, locking eyes before slipping beneath the waves. Half an hour later, when the fishermen hauled in their nets, they were left speechless. Inside was the same being, not pale, but bluish in tone. It resembled the mythical siren, with wide eyes and narrow slits instead of a human nose. It had no eyebrows, giving its face a disturbingly lifeless look. The creature appeared furious, thrashing to break free, and being out of the water only made it more aggressive. What happened afterward remains a mystery. No one knows if the fishermen ever brought it back.
Oh, she's twisting! Easy now, easy, whoa!
This terrifying encounter took place during a spearfishing trip that went horribly wrong in the calm waters of the Florida Keys. At first, 2 men are seen getting ready to head back to their boat after a successful dive. As they scan the area for any potential danger, something suddenly emerges from the murky blue and rushes straight toward one of the divers. Panic sets in, but he struggles to stay calm, clutching his wounded leg while trying to reach safety as quickly as possible.
Justin, get my gun! Get my gun! I have a chunk out of my leg.
With his friend's quick reaction and his own remarkable composure, he He manages to make it back to the boat, where he receives help after the shocking underwater attack. Mysterious creature. There it is.
There he is, he's on it.
Rumors of something strange living in the river led one man to put the story to the test. He threw bits of food into the water, hoping to draw out whatever might be hiding below. Within seconds, the once calm surface began to shift in slow, powerful motions. The ripples moved with intent, as if something enormous was pressing upward from beneath. Frozen in place, the man kept filming while the water churned violently, then went still once more. The footage stunned viewers, leaving them uncertain. Had he captured evidence of a river monster or something far more mysterious? This terrifying encounter begins with a group of divers trying to defend themselves from a large and aggressive tiger shark charging straight toward them. The men strike and prod the creature with poles, doing everything they can to keep it at a distance. Despite their efforts, nothing seems to work at first. Then, in a sudden and unexpected turn, the shark finally drifts away, leaving the divers shaken but unharmed, and relieved after such a frightening underwater confrontation. A bizarre crab was found washed up on a remote shore, leaving viewers completely puzzled. While some suggested it might be a Japanese spider crab, its enormous size and twisted, unnatural form led others to believe it was something more disturbing. Many speculated that it could be a mutated species still evolving into its final stage. Even if that theory isn't true, the footage remains deeply unsettling and unexplained. Loch Ness sighting. A couple recording a playful TikTok while out on a boat had no idea what was moving behind them. In the background, a large, dark, and strangely smooth shape could be seen gliding across the water. When they later watched the video, they realized it had been following just behind their boat. The figure looked eerily similar to the legendary Loch Ness monster, and now the internet is divided. Was it merely an illusion caused by the waves, or something that truly shouldn't exist? These fishermen recently hauled in a rare find, a lancefish, a species almost never spotted near the surface. This elusive predator normally dwells deep below, in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, at depths reaching around 15 meters. With a long, slender body and razor-sharp teeth, it hunts smaller fish and squid, seldom exposing itself to human sight. While piloting his drone, a man recorded something strange hovering beneath the surface of the water. In the footage, a faint figure seems to move below the waves. Some claim it's evidence of a mermaid, while others insist it's simply a product of smart editing. Viewers are left to judge for themselves. A Reddit user was looking through an old fishing photo of his dad. At first, it seemed like just another memory from a quiet day on the lake, but then they noticed something strange. A shape rising from the water that looked almost like a hand. His dad insists nothing unusual happened that day, leaving the question of who or what they actually caught on camera. YouTuber DT Fishing was out at a creek with friends, enjoying a calm day chasing smallmouth bass in clear water. The setting was perfect, good weather, steady bites, and peaceful scenery. But as they continued upstream, the situation suddenly changed.
Yep, scream on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! It pinned its ears back. It was about to charge. Okay, let's go this way.
I literally saw the baby and I was like, that's so cute. And I was like,
Yeah, here it comes. Get out of here! Go! Okay, let's get up on this hill right here. Yeah, it's got its ears pinned.
From the bushes, a massive shape emerged, a mother moose with her calf close behind. her ears flattened, signaling she was ready to charge. Realizing the danger, the group quickly backed away, moving up a nearby hill to put distance between themselves and the animal. Thankfully, they managed to leave the area safely before the protective moose decided to attack. While fishing off the coast of Key West, Florida, a group of friends got far more than they bargained for after reeling in an unexpected catch. At first, the video shows two canoes drifting peacefully as the men fish and joke around, until one of them feels a heavy tug on his line.
Woo! Got a big one on. My goodness. What are you?
After a brief struggle, he pulls his catch closer, but things quickly take a dangerous turn.
Watch out! Oh my gosh!
An enormous bull shark, furious from being hooked, thrashes violently and turns toward the fisherman, circling as if preparing to strike.
You see that?
For a tense moment, it seems ready to attack, but eventually, the shark loses interest and swims away, leaving everyone shaken, yet unharmed. Tiny river creature. While filming along the bank of a calm river, a man noticed something small floating near the surface. At first, he assumed it was just debris, until it moved. The creature's body appeared sleek and dark, gliding silently beneath the water before vanishing from view. It made no splash, no sound, simply slipped away into the current. Watching the footage gives an eerie reminder that not every living thing in our rivers is known to us. Some creatures are better left unseen. Strange Amazon catch. While fishing deep within the Amazon, a group of friends spotted something unusual moving beside their boat. At first, it appeared to be nothing more than a dark shadow beneath the water. But as they drifted closer, the shape took form, a small figure with a face covered in thick fur. It hovered there for only a few seconds before sinking back into the depths. Some claimed it resembled a miniature Bigfoot, while others believed it was an entirely unknown creature. Whatever it was, the sight left everyone stunned, and suddenly hesitant to keep fishing. Everglades anomaly. Deep within a Florida swamp, an explorer captured footage that left viewers baffled. The video shows a strange, jelly-like organism drifting through the murky water, but what stood out most were the multiple eye-like spots covering its body. Its movement was slow and deliberate, almost too coordinated for something that appeared amorphous. Some compared it to deep-sea creatures, while others speculated it might be a failed lab experiment. Whatever it was, it certainly didn't resemble anything naturally found in a swamp ecosystem. Congo River monster. Those teeth are unforgettable.
Ah, those teeth!
Jeremy Wade, the world-famous marine biologist and angler, encountered something he never thought existed while fishing in the Congo River. Suddenly, something massive began tugging hard on his line, the start of an intense struggle between him and whatever lurked below. When the creature finally surfaced, he was stunned. It was a Goliath tigerfish, essentially a giant version of a piranha. With its razor-sharp, oversized teeth and fierce expression, it was one of the most intimidating fish ever caught on camera. During a spearfishing trip in the Florida Keys, a man experiences an unexpected encounter when something massive brushes against his legs from behind. Moments later, a large shark lunges toward him repeatedly, circling and striking without pause. Despite the diver's desperate attempts to fend it off, the predator remains relentless. Finally, after seizing the fish the man had caught, the shark loses interest and swims away. Shaken but unharmed, the diver manages to make it back to his kayak and out of the water safely. Something strange surfaced in the muddy waters of the Yangtze River, and the video spread online almost immediately. At first glance, most assumed it was an alligator, but a closer look proved otherwise. The creature's body was smooth, greenish-brown, and without scales or visible eyes. It drifted slowly near the surface before sliding back into the depths, leaving a ripple behind. Viewers quickly began speculating, offering theories that ranged from an undiscovered species to a river mutant. Whatever it was, it didn't look like anything that should have been moving in those waters. Mudflat mystery. The strange event took place in the mudflats of North Queensland on August 8th. While filming during low tide, a cameraman noticed something protruding from the shallow mud. At first, he assumed it was a crocodile, until he realized it wasn't moving like one. The shape looked too smooth, too still. As he zoomed in, the object slowly sank beneath the surface, almost as if it didn't want to be seen. The brief clip left everyone wondering what exactly he had discovered hiding out there in the mud. Something enormous was seen moving just beneath the surface of Loch Morrie Lake, its outline faintly visible through the murky water. Locals quickly took notice, and even a nearby museum joined the search. A drone was flown over the lake for a better view, but instead of solving the puzzle, it only made things more confusing. The footage spread rapidly online, fueling endless speculation. Some claimed it was Chesapeake, the legendary creature from Chesapeake Bay, while others believed it might be something far older, perhaps even a humanoid fish. Humanoid fish. While out on a calm lake, a man noticed something unusual gliding just beneath the surface. Part fish, part eerily human-looking. The creature dipped in and out of the water, its fins faintly visible and its face strangely familiar. Both curious and unsettled, he began recording. When he later showed the footage to friends, they zoomed in and realized what he had actually captured. Not a river monster, but a sheepshead fish, a real species known for its unsettling, human-like teeth. With such an uncanny appearance, it's easy to see why so many mistake it for something straight out of a nightmare. A fisherman, peacefully working on his small boat, got a terrifying reminder to always stay alert in open water. The footage begins with him leaning over the edge, fixing something near the back of the boat, his legs dangling carelessly in the sea. Without warning, a large tiger shark rushes toward him at full speed. In a split second, he jerks back just before the predator's jaws snap shut beneath him. Fortunately, he escapes unharmed, keeping both his legs and a story he'll never forget. Two sisters spent a calm day by the riverside, laughing, chatting, and taking a few quick photos to capture the moment. Everything felt normal until later, when they began scrolling through the pictures. One image immediately stood out. In the photo, one of the sisters looked strangely different. Her expression, her features, even her posture felt off. They both agreed the picture didn't look like her at all. There was something unsettling about it, as if the camera had caught a version of her that wasn't supposed to exist. In November 2012, 36-year-old fisherman Jose Salvador Alvarenga from El Salvador set out on what was meant to be a 2-day shark fishing trip off the coast of Mexico. A violent storm struck, destroying his gear and leaving him and his 22-year-old crewmate, Ezequiel Cordoba, stranded at sea.
Padre Señor bendito, digo yo, que me volcó la lancha. Al segundo tumbo me tiré. La lancha, yo andaba nadando. Yo me alejaba de la lancha porque no me golpeara. A la y me tiré nadando. Llegando a tierra, ya no pude caminar.
They survived by catching fish, turtles, and seabirds, drinking rainwater, turtle blood, and even their own urine. When food ran short, Alvarenga chewed his fingernails to stay alive. After about 10 weeks, Cordoba died from illness and starvation, leaving Alvarenga completely alone. He drifted across the Pacific for more than 14 months, nearly 6,500 miles, spotting ships that never saw him. Finally, on January 30th, 2014, he washed ashore on Iban Atoll in the Marshall Islands, where locals rescued him. Though some have questioned the details, his ordeal remains one of the most astonishing survival stories in maritime history. Jay Fishing and his friends were enjoying a normal day along an urban creek near the city when the sound of approaching police sirens broke the calm. Moments later, a man came sprinting through the shallow water, leaping across to the opposite bank before vanishing into the trees.
Chill. Oh my gosh.
For sure on the path.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a dude right there. Let's go. Let's go. He ran, jumped down, ran across and got up on the other side. Yeah. Let's just walk a little.
Within seconds, police officers arrived, asking if anyone had seen him. Jay showed them the video he had just recorded, capturing the suspect running through the creek. The footage helped the officers track the fugitive's direction. What began as a peaceful afternoon of fishing quickly turned into a real-life police chase, leaving everyone shaken and wondering who the man was and what he had done. Dale Hansher set out on Okanagan Lake in British Columbia with his wife Colleen and her friend Myra for a calm day of sailing. But during their trip, something unusual in the water caught their attention. A dark shape gliding just beneath the surface. They steered their boat within 10 feet to take a closer look and managed to snap a photo. The creature appeared to have two distinct humps spaced apart, unlike anything they had ever seen before. Dale now wonders if they may have encountered Okanagan's most famous legend, the Ogopogo. Some viewers claim the photo shows a wolf-like head, while others insist it's just an aquatic bird or moose caught at an odd angle. Whatever it was, the sighting keeps the mystery of the lake monster alive. It happened on the Fraser River in Washington a few months ago, when a fisherman hooked something massive lurking just below the surface. The water rippled violently as the line tightened, and when the creature finally emerged, everyone nearby froze in disbelief. It was enormous, its body long and armored with thick, scale-like plates that gave it a prehistoric appearance. Once its full size became clear, the fishermen could hardly believe their eyes. According to experts who reviewed the footage, the creature was most likely a sturgeon, one of North America's largest freshwater fish. But this particular catch looked like something far beyond ordinary, a true river monster. Off the coast of Krabi in southwestern Thailand, a fisherman pulled up a catch so strange it could easily haunt your dreams. The fish had a disturbingly human-like face, large lips, bulging eyes, and a deep frown that made it look oddly expressive, almost sad. When the fisherman realized it was staring right back at him, he was so startled he nearly threw it back into the sea. Thankfully, he didn't, because the bizarre creature turned out to have no teeth and was far shorter than expected for its kind. No one could quite identify what this eerie fish was, leaving people online guessing what exactly lurked beneath those waters. Rodney had spent the day filming nature and fishing, capturing peaceful scenes along the water. Later that evening, while reviewing his footage, he noticed something unusual, a faint movement in the top left corner of one clip. Behind the bushes, barely visible, a tall figure seemed to be peeking out. He hadn't noticed anything at the time, but now it was unmistakable. After he uploaded the video online, skeptics quickly dismissed it because of the grainy quality. Still, Rodney remains convinced that something, or someone, was really there that day. While spending a quiet afternoon fishing, a man noticed something unsettling beneath the surface of the river, the faint outline of a car resting underwater. As he looked closer, the shape became clearer, appearing to be an old Buick LeSabre. No official reports or updates have been released about the discovery, leaving unanswered questions about whether the vehicle was simply abandoned or if someone had been trapped inside. Hopefully, the man alerted authorities, and whatever happened there wasn't as grim as it appeared. A fisherman came across a creature so strange it left him speechless. At first glance, it looked like a snake, long, slick, and writhing in the water. But as the camera moved in closer, something even more disturbing was revealed. Hundreds of tiny legs rippling along its entire body. After some research, it was determined to be most likely a type of sea worm, though its eerie, serpentine movement made it look straight out of a nightmare. A fisherman was stunned when he pulled a strange, soft pink creature from the sea. It had no eyes, no limbs, and moved with a slow, wriggling motion. Its gelatinous body made it difficult to identify, leaving many completely puzzled. Some speculated it was a type of sea cucumber, while others believed it might be something entirely unknown. After some research, it was determined to be Euricus caupo, better known as the innkeeper worm, or more famously, the penis fish. Commonly found along the west coast of North America, this odd worm builds U-shaped burrows in the sand and feeds by casting a mucus net to capture plankton. While out at sea, a man filmed a massive fish swimming near his boat. As it approached, a strange orange glow appeared inside its body, lighting up the water around it. Some viewers believed it was merely a reflection or clever editing, while others suggested bioluminescent bacteria could be responsible. Still, something about the footage felt off. After watching it multiple times, many suspected the clip was AI generated. The creature's shifting shape and disappearing details just didn't seem natural. Whatever the truth, the video left people divided, unsure of what they had really seen. While searching for a new fishing spot on Google Street View in Estonia, a man spotted something unusual beneath the water. Near the edge of a meteor crater, a strange dark shape could be seen resting below the surface. Some speculated it was a sunken boat, while others argued it was simply a reflection caused by the sunlight. But no matter how he adjusted the view, the mysterious form stayed in the exact same spot, leaving everyone wondering what was really down there. In Australia, a snorkeler came across an unusual sight. A mullet fish with a gold wedding ring lodged tightly around its body. It had likely scooped up the ring while feeding along the sandy seabed, and it somehow slipped over its head. This wasn't the first report either. Locals had seen two mullets wearing rings for months, their metallic glint flashing beneath the water. Experts say mullets often get trapped this way while foraging. The snorkeler tried to catch and free the fish, but was unsuccessful, leaving the ringed mullet to continue swimming on, a living mystery beneath the waves. While paddleboarding across a quiet, winding lake, a person came across something unsettling, a half-submerged kayak drifting near the brush. This section of the lake wasn't accessible by foot. No trails, no docks, just still water surrounded by dense vegetation. The kayak itself didn't appear to have been there long. No algae, no wear, nothing that suggested it had been abandoned. The discovery immediately raised questions. Who brought it here? And why leave it like this, in such an isolated spot? It didn't seem like someone had simply forgotten it. It felt like something far more troubling, possibly even foul play. Off the coast of southeastern North Carolina, a strange video once left viewers puzzled. Captured near the port of Morehead City, the footage showed a long, dark figure moving gracefully through the water. It surfaced occasionally, as if to breathe, sparking endless online speculation after being shared in early 2023. Some believed it was an unknown sea creature, while others went as far as to claim it might be the Loch Ness Monster itself. But the mystery didn't last forever. The man who filmed it, Captain Daniel, later revealed the truth. It was actually a young right whale, separated from its mother and wandering alone near the harbor. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.